in case you haven't guessed, I am a big time dork. So I ordered something off geek.com. It's a flux capacitor. What do you think of that? And that illuminates while it's going. I didn't think it was going to be this stinking big, to be honest. But benefit here is it has two USB chargers. It has a 2 amp, so a 2.1 amp and a 1 amp, which is kind of nice. So you can fast charge like an iPhone or an iPad or something. It has an on-off switch, and these little flux capacitor lights illuminate while it's going. So it came with a cigarette style plug, or a power adapter type plug. So I'm taking it apart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put an SAE plug on it to fit my, I'm going to steal this one right here. I'm going to steal this one, and I'll come out the back of this, and I'll just mount the leads backwards so I can plug directly into my existing SAE plug, and I can just stick it in there and have it land on my handlebars. What do you think of that? How's that for coolness? Alright, let's make a flux capacitor. You know, the ironic thing of it is I can have my flux capacitor going. I'm capable of traveling through time. Life is all grand, but on a Z125 Pro, I'll never achieve 88 miles an hour and I'll be stuck in time. Oh dear Lord. Alright, so inside the 12 volt plug, there's a little LED. Then they snuck a little PCB in here. I would assume it's 12 volts to 5 volts. So I will connect 12 volts to this solder joint to here, and then find out these sides are the grounds. I'll go find out where they go, and then I'll tap into that, and I'll utilize the same PCB in my SAE connector right here. So we'll make it work. A little cheese ball, but whatever. It's all fun until somebody loses an eye. Alright, and further examination of this little PCB, it's a no-op PCB. So if you look, this is your center conductor, so this will be your positive, and then your negatives end up at these two junctures right here. So they're soldered right here. So you got your positive, and if you follow the plane underneath, this goes to your positive wire. And then if you follow these two, this plane goes to your negative here. And the only thing this is a negative side, or the anode and the cathode to this. There's an LED on the other side of the PCB. This guy is a resistor, as annotated by this R20 something. I can't see as well anymore. But that's a resistor. So this is a resistor for this little LED, which is on the other side of the PCB. So this board is a no-op. So I'm going to chop these fucking wires and wire it directly. So that's nothing. That is an LED. That's about all this board supports. That's a waste of plastics and engineering. Alright, so what I did is I took the wiring and I cut off an SAE plug like so. And I just wired it in there, and I did heat shrink on each cable, and then, or each conductor, and then I wrapped it in tape. Not really sophisticated, nothing much to it. I'll connect it and see what happens. Alright, so I'm just going to connect it. I did have a SAE to USB converter, and there it is right there. There's my SAE cable. That's for my battery tender and stuff like that. So I'll just take that, put in the old flux capacitor, and see what happens. You ready? This is the ultimate test. Here it comes. So I got this guy plugged in. This isn't the final resting place, but so it's plugged in. If I turn it on, I don't know if I have it on down here or not. Check that shit out. Bam. The flux capacitor lives. And I got two USB ports on the side, a 1.1 amp and a 2.1 amp. What? Look at that. Got the flux capacitor. Yes, back to the future. Alright, man, that's where it can live. It is semi-stable right there. I can plug in my USB, have my phone, have my flux capacitor. I can have an on-off switch if I'd like. Turn that guy off, turn him back on. I can remove it if it rains.